Hey guys, this is Alisha Costanzo and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through my new TBR game. I am losing the light and I am losing it fast, so let's talk real quick about my TBR game. I essentially based this off of a old Wii game, Mario Party 8, in the booze dungeon. So I'm going to go around the board that you're going to see, and as soon as I get to those big circles, I have 8 challenges, 8 stopping points, in which I am going to do a book challenge, or reading challenge, which I will create a video for. And most of my other rules are going to be the same. I'm going to have doubles. I do have stop points where those little exclamation points, so I have to stop at that no matter what my roll is. And that's mostly just to keep this game from going too fast. I also have reverse spaces for the same reason, so if I stop on it, I have to turn around and go back the other way in my next roll. I have those bigger spaces, so there's 4 smaller spaces in which I'll just draw a card, and then the bigger spaces in which I'll roll and reference my 1 through 12 list of TBR jars and wheels and those types of things to pick my books in different ways. And yeah, I'm excited, guys. I do have punishments. I have a punishment jar, so if I don't read all of my books that I've rolled, then I will have to pick one from my punishment jar. And if I don't finish that, the next month we'll have to figure out what happens, because I haven't punished myself yet. So this is new for 2021. Okay, so with that in mind, let's just get into roll number 1. Roll number 1. So roll number 1 was a romance, and this was really easy to pick because if you've been watching at all, you know that I love Megan March. So I picked one of the next books in her series, which is Real Good Man, and I don't really know much about this. I really don't need to. I know it's an offshoot of Dirty Billionaire and Dirty Girl, both of those series. Same type of main cast people. The person who I wanted to have a book has a book from that series, and this is his book, so I'm super excited to read this. So there is my roll number 1, romance. Roll number 2. Roll number 2 is my first 12-sided roll, 12-sided die roll, and it is my 21 before 2021. And I have a jar, and this is my old coffee cup that my lid stopped working on. It got too cold too fast. I've got all these stars in there. So let's pick together one of my 21 before 2021. So I got this little purple one, and I'm ripping it because I suck. The reality of trying to make things look pretty and not doing too well with it. Ooh, alright. Well, I see it's Becky Chambers already, which I think means it is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. And I ripped it because I do that to things. So yes, there's my 21 before 2021 pick. Alright. Is a new author to me. I've heard her suggested by Books on Lala and a few other people, so I don't really know much about this other than I'm going to go into it and be excited about a sci-fi story because I don't get to do many sci-fi stories. So yes. Alright, let's get on to roll number 3. Roll number 3. Got my first stop, so I'm going to roll this guy again. Okay, so roll number 3 was another one of my 12-sided die rolls, and I got the my spinny thing for book cover color. So up here I'm going to put that spin, and I got black. So the book that I came up with was Career of Evil, and that is by Robert Galbraith. Oh, is this J.K. Rowling? This is J.K. Rowling. I don't know how I feel about that. Hey guys, editing Alicia here, and I decided to change this book. First of all, because the book that I chose was book 3. I didn't know anything about it. I had just randomly looked through my list and was like, that's a duck cover, I need to record right now. And so I changed my mind. For my cover color since it's black. This is a book that I wanted to read a while ago, but I realized that the hold was too long, but now it's available. So I'm going to be reading I'm Thinking of Ending Things. That is by Ian Reid. So this is a literary suspense. It says, I'm thinking of ending things. Once the thought arrives, it stays, it sticks, it lingers, it's always there, always. And it explores the depths of the human psyche, questioning consciousness, free will, the value of relationships, fear, and the limitations of solitude. So it sounds interesting. It's really short and it's a black cover. So that is what I'm choosing instead of A Career of Evil or the J.K. Rowling pseudonym. So yeah, let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. That is the book I'm going to read for my black cover. Let's get on to, what roll are we on? Roll number 4. Roll number 4. So roll number 4 is a mystery, and this is super easy for me to do because on my holds list is another Michael Connelly book. I believe it's number 6. I think it's number 6. Angel's Flight by Michael Connelly is going to be my mystery. Don't know anything about it, just know it's the next one in the Harry Potter series. Gonna read it, gonna love it. Pretty consistently there. Okay, let's get on to roll number 5. Roll number 5. So I got my first challenge. It's kind of sticking out at me. So I got my first challenge, which means I don't know what book I'm going to be reading on my TBR yet, and that is a little bit scary. So my challenge is to go to the bookstore and to read a couple first lines. So I'm gonna go to a bookstore, probably half-price books, if I'm being honest with you. It's near work and it's cheaper, and I'm gonna go pick up some books. And I'm not gonna read the backs. I'm not gonna look at anything but the first line in each book. And I got this from Casey from Lost in the Bookcase. She tagged me so long ago and I still haven't gotten to do it. So I'm so glad that this is the first challenge that I get to complete for my book TBR game. I am so super excited. Okay, so I will actually make a whole video out of this showing you my process and what book I pick, and I will read that this month. So my 5th roll is one of my challenges. I'm super excited. Roll number 5. So roll number 6 is a retelling, and oh, what did I choose for a retelling? Oh, super excited about this. So a few months ago I read a Pride and Prejudice and Other Flavors by Sonali Dev, and I loved it. And she's got a second book that's not an audiobook, so I'm going to actually read it, and that is Recipe for Persuasion. And I know this is like, oh, which one is it? Is it Jane Eyre? No, it's not Jane Eyre. I can't think of the retelling that it is, but it is another Jane Austen retelling in which they were together and then they're not together and now they're going to get together again. It's that one, whatever one that is. If you know what one that is, let me know in the comments below. Jane Austen and I are not really friends, as Casey so politely put in one of her videos. And I like retellings of Jane Austen, and I like Sonali Dev's first one in this series. I'm into it. Don't even know a lot about it. Sorry if you're one of those people who really want to know about what books I'm reading, but sometimes I just don't need to know the details until I get into the book. So, yeah. Let's get on to roll number 7. Roll number 7. Got me a doubles. So I gotta add one more. So roll number 7 was a doubles. Okay. But it's also more than 500 pages. Okay, again, because on my holds list is The Poet by Michael Connelly, and this is the one that was supposed to go before the last book that I read. It's in a different kind of universe, but they're connected a little bit, so I don't know a terrible amount about it. It's a Jack McAvoy novel, and again, since this is Michael Connelly, I'm not I didn't investigate too much. My dad just told me that's probably the one that you should read between this. Go look at the list. The reading list has to read it before the last one I read, so I'm going to read it now. Make sense? Okay. Glad you're with me here. Alright, let's get on to rule number 8. Doubles again. So rule number 8 is also a doubles. I was trying to keep this low because I have other things to read this month. Okay, well, I got a dark cover, and I got a good cover, or a good book for that, and it is Bad Motherfucker by Jacinda Wilder. I read one of her books for a challenge I did previously, read the first chapter. It was the 4th book in her series, so this is the first book in her series where there's like 8 brothers who own a bar. They're all gonna have the romance stories. I think it's biker, bad boy-ish. Reminds me of Sherilyn Kenyon, only without the shifters and the vampires and stuff, so yeah. Again, don't need to know much about it. No, I like her writing style. It's gonna be a saucy romance. There's gonna be boys. Yes. Now hopefully this next one's our last roll, so let's go on to roll number 9. Roll number 9. I've got to stop and roll this guy one more time. It's a 3. So roll number 9 is out of my comfort zone, and I rolled thriller. So in thriller, I know there is one on my list. I think it's Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I'll put the cover up here, but I remember seeing it in the bright green, and was it bright green? Anyways, I ended up seeing it, and I love the bright color against the dark, and I've had a lot of people talk about this book on Booktube, so I'm gonna give it a try going in blind, because again, thrillers are not really my thing. I read Michael Connelly, and that's pretty much it. So let's explore some more thrillers this month, apparently. Yeah, okay. I do have one more book that I would like to pull from my 21 before 2021 list. It's another purple one. And this is because I don't want to do what I did to myself this month or this year and have all of them in December, or a good chunk of them in December. So let's unravel you and get 2 in January to get us off to a good start. This will be the one that I'm not punished if I don't read. I'll probably read it because it's Torrent by Gemma James, and I do like her writing style, and I am excited to read this book. And she tends to write a bit darker of romance, and I'm okay with that as long as it doesn't get so bad as the Zodiac series, which I'm still going to read the 3rd one in soon. So, I mean, yeah. Alright, and the other 2 books that I'm going to be reading this month are for a distribution process that I'm possibly doing with a distributor. I can't name names at the moment, but I would like to go through those 2 books to make sure they're polished as polished can be before I get them in wide distribution. So I'm going to be reading my buddy and my published author that I published personally, and that's J. Ryan Summers, and it's going to be his Conduit series, and I'll show you guys the covers because they're pretty. And these are magical realism. There's like superheroes and a miniature Bigfoot, and just some really crazy adventures, people with multiple personalities, and it's a good time. So I'm going to go through it again and make some notes on that stuff, and that's going to be my TBR for the month, and I'm really losing the light. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what's on your TBR. Let me know if you have any suggestions to add to my new TBR game, and I will see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye!